The epic journey of Odysseus. Legendary Greek hero, Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca. Odysseus was one of the greatest legendary heroes in ancient Greek mythology. As king of the island kingdom of Ithaca, Odysseus was known for his intelligence, wit, and cunning. He was a key figure in the Trojan War, devising the infamous Trojan Horse strategy that led to the downfall of Troy. His long, arduous journey back home to Ithaca after the war was chronicled in Homer's epic poem the Odyssey. Odysseus was renowned for his intellect and adaptability. When faced with challenges, he would rely on his wits to overcome obstacles and survive. This cleverness earned him the epithet Odysseus the Cunning. Yet behind the clever facade was a noble hero driven by love for his family and kingdom. Odysseus' role in the Trojan War. As a king of one of the many Greek kingdoms, Odysseus played a pivotal role in the Trojan War. When Helen, wife of Menelaus the king of Sparta, was abducted by the Trojan prince Paris, the Greeks rallied together for war. Odysseus was initially reluctant to join the war effort, feigning madness by plowing his fields with salt. However, the Greek soldier Polymedes exposed Odysseus' ruse by placing his infant son in front of the plow. Odysseus veered away, proving his sanity, and was compelled to fulfill his oath and join the Greek army sailing for Troy. Once in Troy, Odysseus made several contributions to the Greek war effort with his cunning intellect. He recruited the famed warrior Achilles by disguising himself as a peddler selling fine women's garments. When Achilles showed interest in one of the gowns, Odysseus exposed his ruse and convinced Achilles to join the Greek forces. Odysseus also devised the famous Trojan Horse ploy, commanding the Greeks to build a giant hollow wooden horse left outside the gates of Troy. When the Trojans brought the horse within their city as a victory trophy, Greek soldiers emerged from inside the horse's belly and sacked the city. This brilliant scheme led to the fall of Troy after 10 long years of war. Odysseus' tumultuous journey home. After the Trojan War ended in Greek victory, Odysseus and his men set sail for Ithaca. But the journey home would become a 10-year odyssey fraught with mythical monsters, vengeful gods, and treacherous stretches of sea. Odysseus' first major detour was to the island of the Lotus Eaters, who fed his men narcotic lotus plants that made them forget their homeland. Odysseus dragged his doped crew back to the ships to continue their journey. Next was an island inhabited only by the massive one-eyed Cyclops named Polyphemus. Odysseus and some crew were trapped in the Cyclops cave, where Polyphemus devoured several men before Odysseus blinded him with a wooden stake. They narrowly escaped by clinging underneath sheep when the Cyclops led his flock out to graze. Fleeing the enraged Polyphemus, Odysseus landed on the island of the wind god Aeolus, who granted Odysseus a bag containing all the winds. Right as Ithaca was in sight, his greedy crew opened the bag, releasing a storm that blew them terribly off course. These misadventures were just the beginning of Odysseus' epic tribulations. He would continue to encounter witch goddesses, cannibals, treacherous seas, and other myths come to life. But Odysseus matched each challenge with his characteristic wit and perseverance. Odysseus' triumphant return to Ithaca, after 10 long years of inexplicable detours, shipwrecks, and tragedies, Odysseus finally returned to his beloved homeland. But continued troubles awaited there as well. Taking shelter in a hut upon landing in Ithaca, Odysseus was visited by Athena disguised as a shepherd boy. She revealed that hordes of arrogant suitors were occupying his palace, courting his wife Penelope, and plotting to kill his son Telemachus. Odysseus, with Athena's help, disguised himself as a beggar to infiltrate his palace. Only his son Telemachus and faithful swineherd Eumaeus recognized their king. After revealing himself to Telemachus, they conspired to defeat the suitors. On the day of reckoning, Odysseus, still in beggar disguise, approached the suitors as they feasted in his hall. He signaled Telemachus to hide away all the weapons except those for himself and 2 allies. When a suitor insulted Odysseus and attacked him, Odysseus turned the violence back on the suitors and began slaughtering them one by one with his bow. With help from Telemachus, the swineherd, and the cowherd, Odysseus killed off all the arrogant suitors, thus reclaiming his palace. He was finally reunited with his loving wife Penelope, and order was restored to the kingdom of Ithaca after 20 long years, the enduring legacy of Odysseus. The mythic hero Odysseus left an indelible mark on ancient Greek storytelling and culture. His cunning intellect and steadfast perseverance in overcoming obstacles made him one of the most renowned Greek heroes. The epic struggles of Odysseus to return home became an encapsulation of the human experience, how we react in times of duress, the power of love and family, and the enduring will to survive and carry on. These timeless themes are why the Odyssey has endured over millennia, and why Odysseus remains one of the most legendary figures in all mythology.